Now let's talk football. And the first elite club competition in Africa is set to take place, talking about the Africa Football League. And about 8 teams will be participating in this one. And looking at that club competition, it kicks off on Friday, that is today, when the opening game takes place in Tanzania. Now, the AFL is a new competition for the continent's leading clubs, 8 of whom will battle for the hope of winning $4 million cash prize for the champions. Now, on Friday, the record 11-time African club champions, Al Ahly of Egypt, will meet Tanzania Simba in the first of the quarterfinals, all of which are played over 2 legs. Now, Nigeria champions Enyimba are guaranteed to get over 1 billion naira when they take to the pitch for the African Football League. Now, we look forward to that big one. Of course, Enyimba will play against the Wydad Casablanca. We've got media officer for Enyimba, the Aba Elephants. We've got David Orji joining us this morning. Good to have you with us, David.
Good morning, Udoka. How are you doing?
I am very well, and I'm also excited for Enyimba, knowing that they'll be playing in the first elite club competition on the continent.
Well, everyone is very much excited. I'm also excited. I'm looking forward to the competition. It promises to be a very wonderful and awesome one. So everyone is excited, and I believe that the entire football community in Nigeria is also excited about this development.
True. Can you put us through what exactly is the feeling in camp for Enyimba now as they prepare for the AFL?
Well, the feeling in camp, it's a very confident one. The players are very confident. First, they understand what it means to wear the badge of Enyimba, the elephant badge, and represent arguably one of the biggest clubs, not just in Nigeria, but one of the biggest clubs in West Africa, because we cast our minds back to our heroics way back in 2003 and 2004, when we won the CAF Champions League consecutively. So everyone is excited. Everyone is feeling confident that it's going to be a very wonderful tournament, and it's also a thing of pride knowing that this is the inaugural edition of the tournament, and Enyimba FC of Aba were chosen to also take part in the inaugural edition of the African Football League.
We'll talk about the football competition now, because Enyimba are no strangers when it comes to playing on the continent. We've seen them win the CAF Champions League back-to-back, and it was a historic moment for Enyimba. Now, going into the African Football League, a lot of concerns has been raised concerning this competition, but it is set to go. And for Enyimba, no strangers to this one, playing against a tough opponent as well. The fans are expecting a win because, as Africans, when we hear a prize money, of course, we fight hard to get to the end of the road just to win that cash prize, because we hear it's about $1 billion naira worth of cash prize for the champions of the AFL.
Well, if you talk about the prize money, that's definitely a motivating factor, I must tell you, because we know that football is one thing that actually goes very well with money. So the money is also a motivating factor. $1 million for quarterfinals, and we progress to the next round of the competition, which is the semi-finals. More money. If we eventually win the competition, it also means more money. So having that at the back of our mind, man, every Nigerian actually loves money. Everybody wants to make money. So we are definitely playing because we want to win. And aside the money, we also want to win for the pedigree of the competition and also for the Nigerian football community. That's one of the reasons why I want to win, aside the money. But the money, I must tell you, it's very enticing.
I mean, when you hear money, you think about the Saudi Arabia League, where they are pumping in money to get all players and, of course, coaches. But in Africa right here, the elite club competition, we look forward to it. And a lot of money has as well been pumped into this one. Now, for Enyimba, they need to win 3 games to emerge champions. But those 3 games will be very, very tough. And the opponents are not small teams when it comes to playing African football. I've seen Nigerian clubs struggle when we play on the continent recently with the likes of Rivers United. There's also Bayelsa and Bendel Insurance. Now Enyimba, in time past, we've seen them struggle against teams on the continent. What exactly will be different from Enyimba going into this tournament?
Well, for the records, I think we're actually playing 6 games. It's the games are actually played.
Yeah, 2 legs.
So it's still 3 games, but let's say 3 and 2, making it 6 games. So going into the competition, we are confident. We want to do well. We want to make Nigeria proud. We want to make Africa proud. We want to make West Africa proud. There are also other African teams that are actually competing in this particular competition. So everyone in the club is feeling confident. It's the reign of the new management, Ambassador Papilo has come in. So everyone is, we, at the back of our minds, one thing is just winning, because I think back, the one thing that resonates with us is winning. We just want to win, win, win. And this competition is no different than, the ones we've actually won before. Yes, the CAF Champions League didn't really go well for us, but right now we're very optimistic that going into this competition, we're just going in with just one thing, and that is to win. So the mentality of everyone at the club is just for us to make sure that we win, win, win.
All right, so talking about winning, you have a lot of winners in your squad, the likes of Papilo, Finidi George as well, and a lot of interesting bodies with the Enyimba Football Club. Now, are there things we need to worry about in terms of injuries, or are all the players fit and raring to go?
Well, I can tell you authoritatively that we have the full complement of the squad. Yesterday, the head coach actually arrived to you. Finidi George, he was out on assignment with the national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, where he was at the dugout when the Super Eagles of Nigeria actually took on the Green Falcons of Saudi Arabia. That was last week Friday, and of course on Monday as well, when the Super Eagles actually took on the Mambas of Mozambique. But the coach is back into the side, and is back. He came in yesterday. He saw training for himself yesterday evening. So we basically have the full complement of the squad. And do we have injury concerns? Of course, no. Everyone is fit going into this particular game. All our key players are fit going into this game as well.
All right, so we're looking forward to an exciting tournament for Enyimba in the Africa Football League. And of course, we wish Enyimba all the best. The Aba Elephants, and I hope that we would sing at the end of the day, Enyimba, Enyi. Thank you very much, David Oji, for joining us.
Thank you very much. And we also want to use this medium to also tell every football community to actually support us. We're not just we're not just representing Aba, we're not just representing Abia State, we're representing the entire community, the entire football community here in Nigeria, and of course representing West Africa as well. So we're counting on your support. And at the end of the day, together for victory, victory is assured.
Enyimba, of course. Thank you very much for all of that, and we'll keep supporting Enyimba Football Club. And of course, Enyimba International, I'd like to put it that way. Thank you very much, David Oji, for joining us.
Thank you very much, brother. God bless you.